All right, so what we're going to be working on today is continuing from yesterday when we were solving equations that had inequalities. And one of the things I mentioned yesterday was that there's an infinite number of right answers to an equation when it has an inequality. So what we're going to look at today is how to write an inequality and then also graphing an inequality. So I just want to review our 4 signs that we learned yesterday. So first of all, we had this one, which was less than. Okay. Then along with that, we had less than or equal to. Okay. Then we had this one, which was greater than. Then we had this one, which was greater than or equal to. Okay, so what we're going to look at is some word phrases that we will then write as an inequality using those signs. So, first one I want to look at is you must be over 12 years old to ride go-karts. Okay, so you must be over 12 years old to ride go-karts. Okay, so what you have to pay attention to when you're changing these to an inequality is the key word or words that kind of tell you if you're going to use less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So in this one, it would be over. Okay, so you can't be 12, you have to be over 12. So you'd pick a variable. Over means you would need to be greater than 12. So that would be the inequality for that statement. You must be over 12 years old to ride go-karts. So X needs to be greater than 12. Okay. Another example. A pony is less than 14 2/10 hands tall. Okay, so again, looking for those keywords. This one is kind of obvious for you. Less than. Okay, so you pick your variable and it needs to be less than 14 2/10. Okay, and the last one. You must be at least 18 years old to vote. Okay, so your keyword would be at least. So you can be 18, but that's the youngest you can be. So your variable, okay, you would end up needing to be greater than or equal to 18 because the least you can be is 18. Okay, but you have to be older than 8. You can be 18 or anything older. So it would be X is greater than or equal to 18. Okay. So now what we're going to look at is being able to graph those inequalities. Okay. And to do that, we will use a number line. So graph inequalities. Okay. So if I had this inequality, n is greater than 9. Okay, first thing you're going to do is draw a number line. Remember, a number line has an arrow on each end. So if I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we need to make this longer. 8, 9, 10, 11, -1, -2. So since n has to be greater than 9, we are going to put just an open circle at 9. We're not going to fill it in because n isn't 9. It has to be greater than 9. So then greater than, we would be shading to the right because those are all the numbers that are greater than 9. But it's an open circle because it has to be greater than 9. It's not equal to 9. Another example. If n is less than or equal to 7. Less than or equal to 7. So again, you're going to draw your number line. Let's do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, -1, -2. So n needs to be less than or equal to 7. So since it can be 7, we are filling in our circle at 7 because it can be 7, but it has to be less than or equal to 7. So less than is going to be all these numbers over here. So we would shade all of this in here. Okay. Another example. N needs to be greater than or equal to 4. So again, we're going to draw a number line. Arrows on both ends. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -1, -2. So since it's greater than or equal to 4, I'm going to have a closed circle at 4. And I need it greater than, so I'm going to shade to the right. Okay. So I want to go back to the original notes that we started and talk about all 4 of these words. Okay. So when you're graphing less than, okay, you're just going to have an open circle. If it's less than or equal to, you're going to shade in the circle because it can be that number. If it's just greater than, it's an open circle. And if it is greater than or equal to, it's going to be a circle that's filled in. So you only fill in the circle if it can also be equal to. So what you're going to do today is you will take a picture of your notes that you took while watching the video. You will upload that to the Canvas assignment for the notes. Then you are going to do page 629 in your book, numbers 1 through 8. When you finish that, you will leave it in your book, but take a picture and upload it to the Canvas assignment for page 629. And then I will collect those when I return. After you finish your notes and your book assignment, you should be working on your My Path in iReady.